Hi everyone, how you doing? As some of you might know, my name is Femi Ajayi. I'm the author of the best-selling book, So What? And if you've not gotten your copy, you're really missing out. So go get your copy. You'll be so glad that you did, eh? Alright. I know it's been a while since I've done a video like this, and yeah, it's a lot of factors. It's because of a lot of things. And I also do a lot of writing on my website. So if you ever want to get a hold of some of my articles, they are quite inspiring and motivational as well. So you can check it out on inkmotivational.com. So that's just one word, inkmotivational.com. And yeah, for the times that you don't see videos like this, you definitely have, find some articles that would inspire you and motivate you on my website. Alright, so having said that, let's go straight into what I want to talk about today. So today I want to talk about something very, very important. As you know, I try to talk about important stuff most of the time. However, this one is dear to my heart. I'm going to tell you a quick story about something that happened to me during my time in TAFE here. So for those of you who don't know what TAFE is, so TAFE is the Australian kind of college. So it's mainly for vocational studies and hands-on learning. So I started in Australia as a student, and I started, believe it or not, I started as an engineering student, oil and gas engineering. And for someone that didn't really quite have, a foundational start, like a foundation in science, it was quite a challenge for me, and that brings me to what I'm talking about today. So today, I'm talking about investing in people. Investing in people. So, as I was saying, so I started as an engineer, an oil and gas engineer, and it wasn't the best of times for me because I actually had no idea of what I was doing, and yeah, simply, I did it. Because I was always been, I've always been a hard student, and so when I found myself having to solve, going into a little bit of hardcore chemistry, very, very serious physics. Well, let's just say, I found it quite challenging. So there were days, I would be in the classroom, I had no slightest, no clue of what the lecturer was talking about. But there was this guy in my class, a Japanese student. His name is Kyogo Tachi. Kyogo Tachi. You want to know why I remember his name? I'll tell you. Now, I've left college now for a couple of years now. I think about five years, thereabout. But this name is still fresh in my mind. And you know why soon enough. You see, even though, it was obvious because I was quite, it was obvious that I was having quite a number of challenges. My lecturers took note, and some of the students took note as well. And it was quite a lot of things happening together, it was a uni level kind of a college, so it was the setting was uni-like, like university style kind of learning. So we would have a lot of things going on, a lot of assessments, assignments, so it was pretty hard for me. So this guy, Kyogo Tachi, who happens to also be one of the smartest kid in the class, right? I'm going to say kid because he was married then with a daughter. So, the smartest man in the class will make out time to sit with me, to teach me some of the stuff. I had Africans there in the class, the same class with me. I had somewhere even Nigerians, if I'm going to be very honest with you. I had all sorts of people from all nationalities, but this Japanese guy who had every reason to ignore me and focus solely on his academics took out time. I mean, Kigo would wait after classes sometimes just to have a chat to me and say, Femi, what's up? How are you doing with your course? You know, how are you doing with that assessment? Okay, let's have a look at it together. And I remember a particular time in the library on Nutbridge, you know, Aberdeen campus in Nutbridge. He goes sat with me in the library for hours trying to brainstorm a particular assessment that was given to us. You know. Now, Kigo was not a regular student. He was working. He was a father. He was working at the sushi restaurant at that time. Do you know why I remember that? You probably won't remember all the stuff that I remember, but I can't forget this guy because among so many people, this guy took time out to invest in me, to help me, to assist me. You know, I eventually changed my course. You know, at some stage I changed my course into what I'm doing right now, which has to do with community and people and stuff. But I would never forget the help that guy gave to me. I mean, he had so many excuses not to, but he chose to help me. And, you know, who is that person? Who is that person that you have the opportunity to assist? Now, it's not always, it doesn't always have to be monetary, because a lot of people get this wrong. You know, a lot of times now, you know, I mean, me doing this video, you're gonna get people who send me emails and say, Femi, oh, this is a thing. And there's nothing wrong about that. You know, we are all here for each other, right? But I want you to get the picture I'm really painting. So what I'm saying is imparting yourself into people. Financial help is good, but what I've found is, you know, there's this adage about teaching people how to fish rather than giving them fishes. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about empowerment. Who is that person that you're in the position to empower? You'll be shocked. You think that, no, I mean, I need empowerment myself. You know, you're going to be thinking like, oh, but I actually need someone to empower. Well, what about those people within your sphere of content that don't necessarily need you to give them finances? Some people might just need you to give them, you know, some of those skills that you have acquired through the years, some of, you know, those ideas that, you know, someone might be doing a business a certain way, and it might be your ideas that will revolutionize that person's business and say, hey, what about you try it this way? It might work. Or you just step in to assist somebody. Even with, you know, you must understand that sometimes people are too proud to ask for help. And I don't blame people in that regards, because you see, in the world that we have today, I mean, there's social media everywhere. Someone does something for you, and then the next thing is on Facebook. Oh, by the way, I gave this guy, you know, see me doing good. You know, that's what the world has turned into. You know, and that's why a lot of people rather keep their challenges to themselves than sharing it with people, you see. But this time around, you are going to go and look for, you know, in the course of possibly next year, I'm going to be doing something very unique. I'm going to be starting something with young men. So it's going to be from, you know, young men from all races. So it's going to be a mindset empowerment program, and it's going to be ongoing. So just fingers crossed. I'm fine tuning all, you know, the logistics and everything involved in making this happen, but it will happen, you know. So because I'm looking at the future, I'm looking at the people that are going to, you know, change the world for the future. So I mean, I have this need to invest, you know, in young men at this stage. So like I said, I'm still working on, you know, everything involved in making this happen. And when everything is ready, I will let you know through my platforms. Yeah. So who is that person that you are supposed to impart your knowledge to? You know, who is that person you're going to impart your ideas into? Who's that person around you that you can make their life better? You know, usually these are people that are not really, that will not be able to repay you, and that makes it even more genuine. You're not doing it because you want something. Hugo never knew that someday, you know, I'm gonna be making a video and thanking him about by the way, Kigo, if you ever find this, thank you so much. I do appreciate it. I hope at some stage we can catch up and have a cup of coffee at some point. That would be lovely. Okay, so so who is that person that you can change your life? Who's that person that you don't, we all talk about changing the world. Oh yeah, I'm gonna change the world. Okay, start from your sphere of contact. Start. What job do you do? Do you have a new staff? Is there a new person that could use a lot of help? Usually when you start a new job, it's quite challenging. I know when I started a particular job, it was quite challenging trying to grasp the picking of vehicles and things like that. It was quite a mess for me. But I had people help me. I had people step in and say, Femi, are you going with that? Are you going with this? And yeah. So who is that person? Because honestly, I tell you, we all pray, right? We pray and ask God for things. It will shock you to know that you are the prayer, the answer to the prayer of somebody very close to you. There are people praying for food this morning, right? The answer to that food might just be you. So then God then uses you to be the answer to the cry of many. That is what God does. It's not all the time that God sends manna from heaven. Sometimes He uses people. So it might just be you. So one small act could, change someone's life. It might just be the push that person needs. So don't withhold the good that you can do at this time. Now I understand that not a lot of people are reciprocal. I mean, a lot of people some people are quite bad, I can tell you. I know there are a lot of bad people in this world. However, that shouldn't stop your good. You see, somebody said something one time, said the reason why evil prevails is when good men do nothing. So doing nothing also means withholding the knowledge that you have, withholding the ideas that you have, withholding the skills that you have acquired over time. Not helping, not imparting other people with it. So don't die. Don't leave this world without changing someone's life for good. And you must understand God's plan. God's plan is to make you a blessing. So you got to follow through with that. Like I said, it's not all about money. Money is good. Give money when you can. But teach a man how to fish. So going forward, you're going to look out for someone that you can impart your skills in. And you're going to be glad you did. Alright, till next time, I'll see you again, guys. I love you. Stay blessed.